So for this one, we're just going to pulse, just bending the knees up and down. This is a great one to do right when you wake up. And really feel the sacrum, the pelvis going back and forth. Making sure the hands are relaxed. The different bridges to the nervous system, so the hands, eyes, jaw, feet. And for a few of them, you can even put your hands on T12 right here and kind of assist it in going up and down. This will open up all the chakra system and gets the energy flowing. And I recommend doing that as much as you can throughout the day. Okay. So lie on your back. The first one we're going to do is just the pelvic tilts. So you can either place one hand on the low belly, one hand on the diaphragm. We're just going to very gently tilt the pelvis back and forth. And for all of these, especially when you're beginning, it's usually slower and more subtle than you think. And the awareness is on how movement in the pelvis is creating a wave all the way up to the cranium. And when the pelvis goes up, the chin goes down. And the breath count, we'll do a 3 count in when the back arches and a 3 count out when it presses down. And it's very gentle and slow. Now we'll do side to side. So the head goes one way, the knees go the other. And for this, we'll also do a 3-3. So counting to 3 when you go over, and then exhaling for 3 when you come back to center. 1, 2, 3. Exhaling back to center. And again, as gentle and slow as you can, almost like you're not even breathing. Okay, now we're going to do rectangles with the knees. So starting at 6 o'clock, going to one side, and making a rectangle with the knees and with the hips. Going all the way over to the other side. So it's basically a combination of the pelvic tilts and the sways. Your head is following your knees. Okay, now adding in the breath, we're going to do a 4 count from 6 o'clock to 12. So just on that one side, inhale, and then a 4 count exhale on the other side from 12 o'clock back to 6. So and reverse. Okay, now we're going to take a towel roll. Mine isn't too thick. Place it right under the sacrum. So right about like the top of the pant line. And we're just going to do the same thing. So starting with the tilt. You can either do a 2-2 or a 3 here, or a 3-3 here. So inhaling when the back arches, exhaling when it rounds. You can also put your hands up above, which is nice. And the sways, doing the 3-3 count. Inhaling when they go to the side, exhaling back to the middle. Heads turning in the opposite direction. And the rectangles, starting at 6 o'clock, inhaling to a 4 count up to 12, exhaling 4 count back to 6. Your nose is following your knees. Feeling how this is combining the tilts and the sways. And reverse. If the 4-4 feels like too much, just go down to 3. Okay, now we're going to move the towel up a few inches beneath the low back. And we'll straighten one leg. And just breathe gently here. Staying here for about 30 seconds to a minute. And switching legs. Feeling the breaths expanding the back body. Okay, and then moving the towel back under the sacrum for the tilts. Either a 2-2 or a 3-3 here. Inhaling when the back arches, exhaling when it rounds. Nice and gentle, feeling that spinal wave going all the way up to the head. The chin is tilting down when the back arches. And the sways, Inhaling to the side, exhaling back to center, either a 2-2 or a 3-3. Nice and slow. Rectangles. Not getting too caught up in the count. More importantly, just relaxing. Feeling the subtlety. Reverse. All right. Now we'll move the towel roll up to the upper back here. So it's about right here. So it's just a few vertebrae beneath that really big one that sticks out. Keeping your feet planted on the floor here with your knees up and together. Having your arms in a T position. It's nice. Again, breathing into the back body. Just staying here for 30 seconds to a minute. All right, now last one. Moving it back down to the sacrum. Pelvic tilt. Sways, nice and gentle. Inhaling 2 or 3, exhaling back to center. Just keeping it even, 2-2 or 3-3. And rectangles. 4 count from 6 to 12. Exhale from 12 to 6. Reversing. Alright, now this one would be really good too. So, having your feet planted, we're going to let one knee fall, and we're going to have our hips go towards the foot. So really feeling, if your left knee is down, feeling your right hip pointing up towards your left foot, and exhaling back. I like to do about a 4-4 count here, so inhaling down, exhaling back. And the other side. Okay, I'm going to just show you one more because this one is so simple and effective and feels good. So we'll take our left leg and take it out about 6 inches. And then our right leg down on the ground, straight. And we're going to move that over towards that left leg and about 6 inches. And then we'll take our arms above and move to that same side just a few inches, placing the left palm over the right palm. We're stretching the deeper layers by not going as far. So you just want to feel a subtle stretch. And then breathing into that whole right side body. Coming back to center, taking the right leg out about 6 inches, straightening the left leg, taking that over about 6 inches, and then to the right a few inches with the palms, putting the right palm on top of the left. Coming back to center. Turning to one side to sit up. And I always like to assist my head up. Alright, that's it. I recommend for these to skip the breath counts for however long, maybe even a few weeks. and just do the really slow and relaxed breathing. And then the movements will start to feel just second nature, way more natural. It takes a lot more, I feel like, mental energy in the beginning to get the movements. So sometimes it can be a lot to add on the breath. The breath, again, it's so gentle. It almost is like you're not breathing at all. You can't hear the breath. You can barely feel it. And usually when in doubt, go slower and more gentle. And even just doing that first round without the towel, so like spending just a couple minutes doing that, really opens things up. So I hope you start to enjoy this and know that it does get more and more enjoyable, because you start to open up to the subtleties, and all of the energy and the fluids in the body really start to get moving, and it just feels really incredible. So combining this with the breath is a really amazing practice, and I like to use this as one of my meditations. So usually I just like to stay in silence while I'm doing this, and yeah, it's really nice. So I hope you enjoy it.